So Lord's chastisement of Devananda Pandit. Jai Jai Nityananda, Jaya Pramana Vishwambhara, Jaya Gadadhara Pati, Advaita Ishvara. All glories to Vishwambhara, the life and soul of Nityananda. All glories to the Master of Gadadhar and the Lord of Advaita. Lord Vishwambhara is the life and soul of Nityananda. He is the Master of Gadadhar and he is the Lord of Lord Advaita. Jaya Srinivas Haridas Priyankara, Jaya Gangadas Vasudevera Ishvara. All glories to him who is most dear to Srivas and Haridas. All glories to the Lord of Gangadas and Vasudeva. Bhakta Goshti Sahita Gauranga Jai Jaya Shunile Chaitanya Katha Bhakti Labhya Hayam. All glories to Lord Gauranga along with his associates. By hearing topics of Chaitanya, one attains devotional service. Unless the worshipper, the object of worship, and the process of worship are combined together, the variegated pastimes of the Supreme Lord are not complete. So unless the worshipper, there is bhakta, object of worship, there is Lord himself, the process of the worship, that is Abhideya. Abhideya means the process. If they are not combined together, that means if Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojana are not combined together, one cannot understand the pastime of Lord. That is how Sambandha Deva is Madana Mohana, Radha Madan Mohan. Abhideya is Radha Govindji. Prayojana is Radha Gopinath. Sambandha means how to connect the worshipper to Lord. That is known as Diksha. In the Diksha, the Guru, Diksha Guru, he connects Sambandha. He shows the relationship of the Jiva with Krishna. That is how my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, has given me the name Narayani Lakshmi Devi Dasi. That means you are servant of the servants of Narayani Lakshmi. That is how Diksha, who is Diksha Guru, is Sanatan Goswami is considered to be Diksha Guru. Sanatan Goswami had personal dealings and every personal talks, everything. Personal means you can say he is to connect himself to each and every devotee of Vrindavan. Everybody he is to talk. Even an insignificant person also he is to talk everywhere. That means that much he used to be connected with everyone. That's how our Guru Maharaj is also considered as Sanatan of our ISKCON, Sanatan Goswami of our ISKCON. He used to connect to even an insignificant person. Anybody visits, he will ask, how best I can serve you? So that is a question he used to ask to anyone who is to visit. It's not that some exalted devotees is to speak. No, he used to speak to everybody. That is why the desire was of Kamarsa Prabhuji was that we should take His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami around Govardhan and all the devotees should walk behind him. Okay. There was a desire when he left the body. Sanatan Goswami's body was taken around Govardhan. So here, worshipper, object of worship, and the process of worship. That is how Diksha Guru connects to the Lord. Shiksha Guru teaches the process of worship. Now there is no difference between Diksha and Shiksha because Shiksha Guru are the instruments in the hands of Diksha Guru. And what is the object or the goal? What is the goal? To attain Krishna Prema. That is the goal of life. In the absence of these three, there are no pastimes. One can never understand. That is why Diksha is very much important. If Diksha is not there, now IDC course was happening. Very clearly it has been said, we may do whatever. If Samashrayam is not there, in every Sampradaya, Diksha has been given a lot of importance. Some Ashrayam. Samashraya means Sampurna Rupena Ashraya, taking shelter of the Supreme Personality of God through spiritual master. So one is too fortunate if he gets Diksha. Divyagyan Ikshati Diksha. When the eyes are opened with the Divyakan, that is known as Diksha. Divyagyan Ikshati Diksha. Divyagan Kshapayati Diksha. Divya Kshapayati. Kshapayati means one whose heart is completely filled with Divyagyan. One who can fill. The process is what? The Guru fills the Divyagyan in the heart of the devotee. In other words, there is no variegatedness opposed to devotional service, or there is no manifestation. Those who do not discuss the topics of Chaitanya Deva are unable to realize the essential characteristics of devotional service. So those who do not discuss, it's impossible to attain Krishna Prema. It's impossible to even attain the essential characteristics, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has emphasized on 5 aspects. 64 limbs of devotional service is given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, among which the 5 has been considered the cream of 64. Association of devotee, book reading, chanting, dhambas, deity worship. A, B, C, D square. A is association. Without association of devotee, without sadhu sangha, sadhu sangha, sadhu sangha, sadhu sangha. Sarva shastra ko hai. Lava matra sadhu sangha, sarva siddhi hoy. It's lakhs of people, lakhs were there in Vrindavan. And one day before, there were many, huge crowd in Delhi. Even Lavamatra sadhu sangha, just by seeing the body of a realized soul, one gets purified. And how many lakhs were watching the online zinc, online Zoom, and the online, the net. So many were watching. So the Shastras never speak wrong. Just Lavamatra, even if a person is not so fortunate to directly have association, to directly talk to realized souls, just by even seeing the Divya Sharira of the spiritual master, one is purified and blessed, because they are always in the Nitya Leela of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has emphasized association. So His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj used to every day, when he used to do his deity worship, when he used to have his prasadam, his personal servants used to always read Chaitanya Charitamrita. It is said Guru Maharaj practically memorized each and every word of Chaitanya Charitamrita. He doesn't have to see the book, whole book is memorized by Chaitanya. So they are not ordinary souls. They are self-realized. Their body is not an ordinary body. Those who are predominantly ignorant become averse to the service of the Supreme Lord by remaining non-devotees. So one who doesn't understand the importance of the Guru Shishya Parampara, so it is said, Zunis Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj heard every word of Srila Prabhupada till the last. It's only the preaching. He never thought of any rest, taking rest, nothing. Always absorbed. Even though his health was not so good, but still, he used to always have a smiling face. But ignorant people who see acharyas to be ordinary, They only remain non-devotees. False pride then overpowers them and drives them away from Bhagavan, Bhaktaha, Bhakti. So always humility is the ornament of self-realized souls. Humbleness, humility. Now just see, we should ask Guru Maharaj what seva we should do. But say Guru Maharaj is to ask, what seva can I do for you? So that is a humility. He doesn't like to accumulate anything. They are having so much of Krishna's wealth, Krishna's name, Krishna's love. So in the will written by Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, he says, I only have one thing of mine. That is the watch, Rolex watch given by Srila Prabhupada. That is to wear always in the right hand. Whatever small things he had, that is laptop and 2 phones, he gave it to secretaries. One land was, yesterday I saw that land. That land was given to him. And the desire of the devotee was his samadhi should be in this land. He rejected. He said, no. Let this land be used in Vaishnava Seva. So that is the desire of the devotees. Devotees always want to serve Lord. They are not interested in serving anything for themselves. To such an extent, when Guru Maharaj visits any center, when he came to our Jagannath Devasthana, any gift given to him will be always given it back to me. He will say, use it for Jagannath Devasthana. He used to never keep anything and take with him anything. Because he's filled with Krishna's wealth that he gives to everyone. What we can give to him? Some few thousands, some few lakhs. But what he has is Krishna's ultimate wealth, which he gives and shares with everyone. Henamati Navadvipa Prabhu Vishwambara. Vihare Samhati Nityanda Gadadhar. In this way, Lord Vishwambara enjoyed his pastimes in Navadvip with Nityananda and Gadadhar. एकदिन प्रभु करे नगर भ्रमण चारिदिके यत apta Bhagavat Gana. One day the Lord was wandering about Navadvip, surrounded by his intimate devotees. Sarvabhauma Pita Visharada Maheshwara Tahara Janghale Kela Prabhu Vishwambara. While wandering, Lord Vishwambara went near the dam protecting the house of Visharada Maheshwara, the father of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. So Jangala means dam. On the western side of Ganga, in the area of Navadvip, lies the village of Pulia. There was some low-lying land to the west of that village, so there was a dam to protect Maheshwara Visharada's house in Vidyanagar from flood. Sei Khala Devananda Panditera Vasa Parama Shushanta Vipra Moksha Abhilasha. At that place was the residence of Devananda Pandit, a most peaceful Brahmana who desired liberation. Same there was residence of Devananda Pandit. The phrase Moksha Abhilasha is explained as follows. The desire for imaginary impersonal liberation, devoid of service to the lotus feet of Vishnu, is one of the desires for people who are full of anarthas or unwanted things. So again, this is a powerful line, Moksha Abhilasha. That is why he was seemingly to be a very peaceful Brahmana. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na shochati na kankshati samasarveshu bhuteshu vat bhaktim tatevaram dhapatevaram. So, what is the desire of imaginary impersonalists? They are not interested in doing the service of Vishnu. They are devoid of the service of Vishnu. Actually, they are the ones who are full of anarthas or unwanted things. But superficially, what they are like, they are very peaceful. They are not interested in all this. services. Like yesterday we should see, every devotee was sweating like anything. So much of service every devotee were doing. You ask them, sit and do some yoga, sit and do some meditation on the impersonal. They're not interested. They're not interested. They consider that to be most insignificant and even more insignificant than going to even heavenly planet. So such type of anarthas are there. According to worldly perceptions, liberation means freedom from threefold material miseries: adhyatmic tapa, adivaidevic tapa, adibhautik tapa. Who is going to take all these tapa? Let me be peaceful wherever I am. So such type of people who are not interested in the service of Lord, who doesn't have faith that Lord is person, they always think about their own sukhas. But distinctions in perverted time, place, person are not possible without the manifestation of real time, place, person. In the conception of those who are addicted to material enjoyment, service to the Supreme Lord does not appear to be liberation. So those who are interested in materialistic enjoyment, they don't want to serve Lord. If through material conceptions one displays indifference to objects that are related to Hari by performing austerity devoid of service to the Supreme Lord and by surpassing temporary conceptions of material enjoyment based on the existence of the Supreme, of the seer. So what happens? If through material conceptions one displays indifference, indifference to objects, I'm not interested in all these objects, I'm not interested in materialistic life. But what is the use of performing such austerity if it is not having service of Krishna? Naishkarmam api achyuta bhava varjitam na shobhate jnanamalam niranjanam. Naishkarmam. I don't want anything. I'm not interested in any fruitive actions. But what is the use if it is not having achyuta bhava? That is given here. Achyuta bhava varjitam. What is the use? So, the interpretations of liberation by ignorant, foolish people who declare that the state of being devoid of devotion amounts to the desire of liberation. So what is their interpretation? Oh, you want devotional service, but it is equivalent to desire for liberation. Moksha is actually pishachi, thinking that, oh, I am liberated. That is pishachi actually. Bhukti mukti spruhayavat. It has been given, somebody should put this verse from Nectar of Devotion, where Vallabhacharya tries to come and correct Rupa Goswami, who wrote this, Bhukti Mukti Spruhayavat. So even if there is a bhukti, bhukti means to enjoy, mukti, to get liberated. Both are actually on the same platform. Pishachi, both are what? Pishachis. If somebody says, oh, I'm not interested in material objects, but I'm interested in liberation, so what? That is also pishachi. So that is given here. So both are actually faulty, according to the proper understanding of the Lord's devotees. Even enjoyment or renunciation from enjoyment, if you see. That means thinking of liberation. Enjoyment and liberation, both are two sides of the same coin. Jnanavantah tapas ajanmah udasin. Bhagavata padaya tathapi bhakti hina. Now, Devananda Pandit was very intelligent, Jnanavantah. He was very tapasvi also, austere. He is neutral also, udasi. Since birth, he taught Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavata padaya tathapi bhakti. He taught Srimad Bhagavatam, but it was devoid of devotion. There are so many professional reciters of Srimad Bhagavatam. But what is the use of reciting Srimad Bhagavatam if one does not have love for Krishna? Love for Krishna is attained by taking shelter of the spiritual master. It's spiritual master who connects one to the Supreme Lord. Bhagavate Mahadhyapaka. What is the use of being even Dhyapaka? Loke Ghoshe, he has declared people is to respect him as a teacher of Bhagavatam. Marmartha na janena bhakti hina dosha. But what is the use? Because he was not having love for Lord. Marma artha, he could not understand the confidential subject matters of Srimad Bhagavatam. Though he had qualifications for understanding, Janibara Yogyata Achaya Kichutana. कौन अपराधी नहे Krishna se pramana, even though he had some qualification to understand. He was unable because of some offense that only Krishna knew what offense he did. He had qualification to right from birth. He was very intelligent, austere, neutral, all these wonderful qualities he had. But what is the use? He could not understand the confidential subject matter. Although ordinary people respected Devananda Pandit as an authority on Srimad Bhagavatam, because he lacked an inclination towards service of the Supreme Lord, he had no qualification to understand the purport of Srimad Bhagavatam. Every living entity is a Vaishnava. So, as a living entity, Devananda Pandit also had the qualification for understanding the confidential meaning of Srimad Bhagavatam. But since that understanding was dormant in him, he committed an offense out of ignorance. Why it was dormant? That no one knows what offense he did. He had no love for Lord. Yet he was devoid of devotion. Because of that, he could not understand. That is why his qualification to understand was absent at the time. Therefore, Krishna alone, not short-sighted, living entity, knew for what offense Devanand had committed and an offense despite teaching and studying Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, what offense he did for doing another offense? Even after so much of teaching and studying Srimad Bhagavatam, he did an offense. So, what made him do that offense? That means, what offense he had done to do again that offense, again one offense, even in spite of studying and teaching Bhagavatam. So, that we'll see tomorrow what offense Devananda Pandit did. Acharyas always are there with us. They are there in the Samadhi, birthplace. They are always there with us in our books. Saturday morning, when I was chanting, I don't know, I felt the intuition. Maharaj is going. Because I heard some voice, Narayani, I'm leaving. I don't know whether it is my intuitions, what it was. And immediately, I was just talking within my mind. You're okay now, Maharaj. You're going to your stable. You're going to go to Delhi. The ambulance has come. I was talking within my mind. I don't know. But after half an hour, I saw a message that he's breathless. Started crying. I called Dashavatar Prabhu. I told whatever puja vidhi has been recommended last month, please do it. Get the anumati, please do it. It was recommended in April 11th because Maharaj wanted to see his astrological chart. And it was very clearly mentioned that 4 days in May, first week, will be very dangerous for you. First 4 days will be very dangerous. If you cross this, your Ayu is up to 2032. So Kamalachan Prabhuji, everybody, for Kamalachan Prabhuji only connected. Actually, I had called the astrologer, connected everything. And Maharaj spoke to them. But somehow Maharaj did not accept to perform puja. So then again, morning I requested, take Maharaj permission, something will do it. Anyhow, on Ekadashi day, we cannot do any home. We can do japa. There are certain japas which were recommended for Guru Maharaj, Dhanavantri japa, Atharvashisham japa, Vishnu Sahasranam japa. You may say, we are doing Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Yes, but there are certain things, like when you are sick, there are certain things which is said. Anyhow, Maharaj's astrological chart is very nice, very wonderful. It was Kala dosha which was there. Kala means Samayika dosha. For that Kala dosha, which has been because of the karmic pulse of karmic reactions of the devotees also. For that, this dosha had to be removed. Anyhow, for Maharaj, there is no dosha. But so Maharaj, anyhow, was not interested. So what to do? Then we decided to just rush about to, at least when because all the astrologers, when we asked again on Saturday, they said no hope. You can do some japa, but there is no hope. That was the last answer which was given. Then immediately we started for we asked some devotees also, but since they were occupied, few of us left to Dehradun. It was just 7 minutes and the Maharaj ambulance started. We could see Maharaj ambulance in the Chekmata also. And see Maharaj Anugraha. Maharaj called us to Vrindavan. We did not go to Delhi, we just left to Vrindavan. On the way, I remembered a statement which Maharaj had told when he came to Thane. I told Maharaj, why don't you come and stay 1 or 2 days with us? And we can have some seva. We can do, all the devotees can do a lot of seva. He said, Narayani, eternally I am with you. I am in Thane. So then that statement I remembered, oh, for this purpose maybe Maharaj did not give us darshan in Dehradun. Because if we would have given darshan in Dehradun, we would have come back on the same day. So then the thought of making Pushpa Samadhi for Maharaj in Jagannath Devasthanam has come. And again, it requires a lot of permissions. So yesterday, very important people and all, I just put them in ears that it is something like which cannot be understood. That how intuitions come, Maharaj, because it is said when I asked this question to Papanashikoshi, why this was this intuition true that Narayani I'm leaving? He said, yes, when the body is like suffering at that time, the consciousness expands. It can reach to anyone, whoever Maharaj wants. So many devotees must have got intuitions. So anyhow, Maharaj, somehow the desire of Maharaj to be always in Jagannath Devasthanam by having Pushpa Samadhi. We have got the Pushpa Raja also directly from the Samadhi. So let us see the desire. If all the devotees should have this deep desire, and Krishna fulfills. So let us have this deep desire of having Pushpa Samadhi in Jagannath Devasthanam. Hare Krishna. Any questions? No questions. Okay. Pancha Kalpataru Vaishya Kripa Sindhu Deva